All right. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all ready to join me for balance? So, I'm going to move my chair over to the side so that you can see me. But if, as we're warming up, please feel free to do your warm-ups with one hand or both and keep your chair close by. So, I'll be right over here. All right, so how are you doing today? Great? Woke up with a good smile and rested well? We're going to bring our feet right in close to our hip joints. This is your natural stance. When you pull them in together, it brings them in like this. That's not your natural stance. When you take them out wide, that's not your natural stance. You may feel more comfortable with that because your base is wider. But for purposes of practicing good balance and good posture, we're going to bring yours right in line with the joint. So your feet are probably about 4 inches apart, maybe 3, something like that. Okay, so your knees are always soft. Remember, soft is soft and bent is bent. Okay, and locked and straight is when they're locked. Okay, you want to avoid locking the knees. So soften your knees. And we always want to try to engage our core with a neutral spine. So you're going to squeeze your glutes, and that posteriorly tilts the pelvic, and it takes a little bit of the arch out, but it forces you to bring your abdominals in and engage your gluteals, okay? So not only are your gluteals engaged, a little bit of your quadriceps. So now let's lengthen through our torso, okay? Think about a long torso. Also visualize your vertebrae on top of each other, and now we want to give a little space between each one. So just think about lifting up tall from the top of the crown of your head up, even through the neck, okay? And let's make sure our head's in line with our spine, and let's bring our shoulders up, back, and then down. And you're letting those shoulder blades just kind of sink down into your back, right, and retract. That helps to keep your posture up. Good. So remember, when you're balancing, there's a lot of things that factors that we have to train to get better at balance. 1 being posture, 2 being core, 3 being strength, and then 4 being range of motion. So open those fingers wide. Good. Knees soft, glutes tight. Good. And let's just take our arms up and just reach as tall. Feel that lengthening through your stomach. Good. Exhale. Flex the wrist as you come down. Good. Open your fingers wide and breathe in. Knees are soft. Glutes are still tight. And they do kind of loosen without you telling them to, don't they? Good. So we're working a little bit on lung capacity as we warm up with range of motion. Good. Exhale up. And down. This time, let's take it out to the side. Palms up, and bring your palms together at the top. Knees are soft, glutes tight, and down. Keep them tight, breathing in. And take a deep breath in, as much as you can. Try to get your biceps by the ears. If yours here, just keep trying. Good. And exhale out. Great job. Bring your hands in and let's just stretch up to the side. So right to 12 o'clock, okay? And then over, just a little bit. And then down, exhale up, reach, feeling it all the way to your hip. And then squeeze your glutes. And as you go over, you can feel a little more down in your hip. Good. And down. So you're breathing in. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, push your hip out. Try to get your bicep by the ear if possible. Good. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. And over. Good. And breathing in. And exhale over. One more time on the left side. Breathing in and exhaling over. And down. Good job. Let's work on our posture. Remember, this is our goal post, like in football. We kick the football through the goal post. Your elbows, our goal is our elbows are equal to our shoulders. Knees are soft and your glutes are still tight, right? Are you finding that they loosen if you don't concentrate? All right, I figured so. So that's why I remind you. So we're trying to work your rhomboids. Remember, the rhomboids are right in between the shoulder blades. up kind of at the top of them, closer to the neck. And then you're going to pinch those shoulder blades together. If you need to push your elbows back a little bit, you can. But once you develop your rhomboid strength, you can just retract the shoulder blades without hardly moving the elbows. So let's squeeze them back and hold. Squeeze, exhale, 1, 2, 3, and relax. Exhale, squeeze 1, 2, 3, and relax. Exhale, squeeze 1, 2, 3, and relax. One more time. Exhale, squeeze 1, 2, 3. Woo! And relax it down. Could you feel that? Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Okay, and let's bring this hand up together and then up. And let's work on your range of motion of your shoulders. So your knees are still soft, your gluteals are still tight. We're trying to pat our hands behind our head. We're trying so hard to get our elbows straight, so I really have to work on this. Yeah? And then reach up tall and lift your chin. And not just lift up through your torso. Good. Breathe in, exhale up. 2 more. Breathe in, exhale up. Last time, and breathe in, and exhale up, and exhale out. All right, you're taller, right? Okay, so now we're going to use our chair for our spine warm-up. I call it your spine restoration or your spine manipulation. So we're going to bring your feet right out underneath your hips. And if you can, our goal is to make an inverted L position. Now, we may not be quite that flexible at this time, so anything that you do at this time is going to be beneficial to you, as long as you can feel the lengthening through the whole back side of the body. Always keep in mind that your head is in line with the spine, so take it down as far as you can go, and let's lift the right toes up high. Squeeze the quads of the right leg and down. Left toes up, squeeze the quads of the left. Breathe in, exhale, lift and squeeze. Good. Breathe in, exhale, lift and squeeze. Now both of them come up. And down. Breathe in and bring your chin up and tailbone up. And we're arching the back, kind of trying to make a valley there. Good. Breathe in, exhale, as we reverse that to a mountain. Okay, we also call this cat in yoga. And your glutes are really tight and your hips are forward, right? Now breathe in, exhale. Now you're opening the front of the spine. You can just feel it manipulate like a slinky. All these vertebrae are just opening up and they're happy. Breathe in, exhale. Now you're opening the back of your vertebrae. And oh, do they feel happy. It gets one off of the other. It gives them some space. You know, like social distancing of the spine. Each vertebrae needs their own space. So quit getting up next to them. Yeah. Good. And breathe in, exhale, and round it up. Wow, I never thought I'd use social distancing as an example in my classes. Shows you the signs of the times, right? Now lift those toes up. Good. Oh, and down. Great job. And then come forward. Good. Come up on your toes and walk them in. Hold your chair. Good. And just bend your knees, but don't let them go down all the way. Good. And push your hip out. Push your hip out. Push your hip out. Good. We're just strengthening the calf and stretching the foot. Now up tall. As tall as you get. Squeeze your glutes tight. And then down. Good. We're going to work the outer and inner thighs today. So we are going to use your chair at first. So I want you to hold your chair, balance onto your right foot, and take your left foot out to the side. Now for now, I want you to touch it because I want you to make sure that this is straight. I would like for you to avoid leaning to get that leg up. All I want is this to be your stability and this to be your movement, okay? So with this leg slightly bent, your core and powerhouse is strong, sturdy, and straight. Your glutes are tight. And you want to make sure that your knees not turned because we want our hips directly forward. So I like to flex my foot on these. Knees are bent and we're going to take it out. Almost touch the floor, out. Almost touch the floor, out. Lengthen in your body here, out. So you're exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, out. Good, and out. I think that's 6 for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and down. And just shake that out a little bit. This leg you're going to feel, because it was holding you, you feel like you're working it more, but it's a different type of exercise or different type of work phase. So now we're going to take our leg out to the side, and we're going to hold our chair if you want, and we're just going to lengthen here and try to lift that off the floor and just extend it out and balance. So if you need to touch, feel free to touch. If you want to keep your hands right on your hips so that you can keep your shoulders back, that's fine. You can always touch with one hand or a finger, okay, or none, whichever is good for you. Good. Now we're just going to try to lift it very little. 2. And when you do this, if you need to touch, touch. Squeeze your glutes right here. Squeeze. Ooh, I'm losing my balance. Squeeze. Exhale. Squeeze. Squeeze. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. And feel that. Did you feel that? Now let's open it back up. As much of a range of motion as you can. So hold on. 1. Come down slow. 2. 3. Slightly bent. 4 on the right. Straight and tall. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Wow! Both legs are on fire from me. So shake that out. Let's move our chair to the other side. Okay, so the first one is the extension without resting. Not so high, but tight. So you're balancing on your left foot. You are holding because we're thinking about strengthening. So this knee on the left is slightly bent. Your powerhouse is straight. And you're going to take it out. Woo, and in. Flexing the toe out. And in. We do 10 of these. Out. And right now I'm trying to balance a little bit by touching my finger, but my primary goal, balance is a secondary. Right now I'm really trying to strengthen and squeeze my glutes and really work that outer thigh. Good. I think we have 4 more. Here we go. For 4, we're going to do 10. So you stop when you get a 10. 3, 2, boy, I can feel this. And 1. Ooh, shake that out. This leg's on fire from holding it. This leg's on fire for working it. All right. Now we're just going to take it and balance. So use your chair if you need to. This leg's slightly bent on the left. Taking that out, squeezing the quad, lifting up. Good. And we're just going to lift. Touch this if you need it. Splay the toes at the left foot. 1 more. And 8. Ooh, shake that out again. This is hard work today, y'all. Maybe I'm just tired. All right, so now we're going to open that up. So we get a lot of strengthening, a lot of stabilization of this leg. So we're just going to open this one more time and 1, keeping this straight, 2, down really slow, flexing the toe, 3, opening, controlling, 4, opening, controlling, 5, opening, controlling, 6, opening, controlling, 7, 1 more, opening and controlling, 8. Wow, that is a massive hip exercise. So what I want you to do now is come to your chair. Widen your legs wide. Wide is your chair at least, or wider. Back your body up so your arms are long. Now, sit back. Remember, this is the kitchen sink stretch. Good. And you can just feel your hips opening up, and they're like going, kind of like putting out a fire. They're going, good. Now, if you can straighten your legs, straighten them. Breathe in, out, bend them, and straighten them if you can. Boy, that was a great, great challenge. Okay, now if you need your chair, you're going to put it in front of you because we're going to go to the side. We're still working lateral movement. So I'm going to move mine here so that you can see me. Okay, but if you are using your chair, you know, I want you to think about moving from one side of the chair to the other side. Okay, balancing on that right foot. Lifting the left foot on the toe. Lengthening tall. We're just going to start here. Okay? And then we're going to touch it out. Good. And just holding it here. Okay? Holding onto your chair here. We're going to lift this arm up. Good. I'm just going to hold that balance. Breathing. You can lift it and hold, that's fine. Whichever you need. If you're not holding, good. And bring that in and down. Good. Breathe in. Knee that you're standing on is slightly bent. Take this out. Touch it. Immediately, this is balance. This is balance. So we are thinking about our knee is bent. Our glutes are tight. You can't balance without if your body's just loose. So think about your core, your training there. Okay? Good. We're going to lift that arm up. You can still touch your chair. Look like a touch. Breathe, find a focal point, and bring that in. Great job. Let's do the other side. Balancing on the left foot, taking the right foot out. Try to keep the strong, straight and sturdy, holding your chair. Good, arms up, and then lifting. Good. Lengthening through your torso. Remember, if your body is quivering and you're still balancing, it doesn't matter if you're shaky. That means you are sending amazing signals to your brain and they're responding back to the muscles. That's where you get better, folks. Good and down. I forgot to tell you to breathe. Okay, y'all breathe. Okay. Back onto that right leg. We're going to do it one more time. Take it out. If this is all you can do and then challenge, you are getting it. You don't have to lift your arm, guys. I'm just trying to give options. I feel like I have very, we all have different areas that we're good and weak in, or strong and weak. So just do your thing. Find your groove. Good. If you want, you can let go. If you don't feel like, you're still getting balance. Balance can be in any way. I think I have the wrong arm. There you go. Maybe something didn't feel right. All right, so think about it. Lengthen your torso. Squeeze your glutes. Breathe. Touch if you need to. And down. Wow, shake those hips out. You can feel what we're working today, all right? All right, so now let's widen our stance a little bit. holding your chair. You're going to take a big step and bend your knees a little bit, chest up, and then come in and shift and balance. I love this lateral movement. We don't do enough of it in day-to-day life. So this is important, feeling that balance, shifting the body and coming up. Big step, lower your center of gravity, shift the body weight, come up. You can touch or lift, whichever you prefer. Good. Lift that foot, balance, stabilize, shift, and then come up. Ooh, or touch, whichever you want. Good. We'll do 4 more of those. Shift. And you're learning to shift your body weight and find that balance before the body weight just keeps going. And out wide, shift, and up. Out wide. See how big that step was? That was good. Shift and up. Really focusing. Mind to body. Exhale. Last time. Shift and up. Beautiful. And down. All right. How are we doing? Good? All right. So let's do our strength training next. Our complete landing wave. So I'm going to go to the side today so that you can see my body alignment from the side. Remember, what's so important here is pushing off your heels, because if you push off your toes and let the heel, all this body weight is pushed on your patella and it just pushes your body weight against that. It's not good. So just sit here, back the heels up a little bit, just lift them a little bit. Doesn't have to be much. Okay, you can use your hands here, here, or here. Ready? Exhale. 1, squeeze your buns, come down, sit on your heels. 2, push off your heels, exhale up, sit down on your heels. 3, on the heels. Good. And down. Exhale up, 4. And down. 5, exhale up, stretch. Good. Inhale down. 6. Guys, these are so important. If you can't get up, you can't go anywhere. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 9. 10. You can stop at 10 or you can follow me to 12. I do one for the L, F, L, E, E, T, L, A, N, D, I, N, G. Last one. Woo! And have a seat. Now right now your heart rate should be up because you're using all your large muscle groups. Those are good. All right. So now let's go into our lower abdominals. Remember, those are your transverse and they go from hip to hip like grain on a meat, okay? They're very hard to engage and train because you can't fold your hips to work them, you know. So we have to isometrically work them, which means we pull them in and hold, okay, and like that. But rather than just being boring home, we move our legs and different things, trying to keep it tight to make it harder, okay? So here, and that's kind of like Pilates. Put your hands behind your back on your chair. You're leaning back. I'm not trying to rest, but if you need to, you can. Touch your toes. You can do one at a time. Good. And you're just concentrating, guys, on 2 things. Breathing and pulling your belly button in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull it in. 7. Breathe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and down. Good. Stretch out your back. Feet are together. Just kind of fold over your legs. Just like that. And if you can drop your head without getting dizzy, you can do that for a minute. Take a deep breath in and then just kind of roll it up. Okay, we've got to do your upper abs. Not really, but we call them upper so you can understand. And then drop, lean back. You can put your feet flat or toes up. Hands here or here, and we're just going to come up just a little bit. Concentrate, guys, on your belly button. Pull it in. One day you will find it and you're going to go, oh my belly button pulled in when I pulled it in with my body and brain. Yep, 8, 9, 10, and 10, very little, 9. You're not coming up and resting. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down. Great. Now let's fold right back over to a monkey. And you know how monkeys let their arms hang in their head, you know, that's kind of the reason it's called that. Now you don't have to drop your head. You can just sit here like this, so you know, feel comfortable there. But if it doesn't bother you, you can drop the head. Woo, that feels good. Take a deep breath in. And then bring your belly in and just chest and just start rolling up. Let your shoulders and chin come up last. Oh yeah, great job. Okay, $1 million stretch time. Alrighty, so here we are. Right leg comes up, and it's on that quadricep if all possible. This leg's here. Wiggle it over. This leg's here. Try to pull it over, okay? All right, so now that you're in this position, we really want that knee to be down, you know, parallel to the floor. And we want our body straight. So immediately, if you're sitting here and you just sit up straight, woo, you can feel it. Now you may want to stay here, or you may want to kind of gently move forward. Exhale, and you can decide how far you want to go. And one more. This time we're going to hold it here. And exhale. I'm going to try to drop our head and just reach, you know, pull ourselves down. Ooh, and up. Where'd you feel that? Pay attention where you feel it. Now see if you feel it in the same place on this side. Bring this leg up. Good. All right. Remember, you have kind of a side that's great and a kind of a side that's not as great. Well, that's pretty normal. There's a lot of reasons that can be that way. On your dominant side, exhale forward. Usually use more and maybe more, you know, a little bit tighter than the non-dominant side. Also injuries, past injuries. Good. Lean forward. And when you shorten that angle of the hip and the torso, you can feel it. We're going to hold this time. Let the head drop. That's going to increase the intensity. Make sure you're breathing. And then come on up. Good job. Legs come apart, hands together. Okay, make sure you're sitting on your seat good. You're going to bring your hands down, and you're going to grab underneath your legs. Now, if you don't want to feel like it, you can do this and drop your head, or you can follow me. What I like about this, it allows the blood to run in your head a little bit, and it allows gravity pulling through your neck. It feels so good to your back. Breathe in and slowly roll it up. Chin, head comes up last. Ooh. Breathe. Okay, we're going to turn to the right. Hold on to your chair. Take that outside leg, left leg, and try to drop it down. Remember, if you're over here in the negative, this would be 0, and this would be positive. So it doesn't matter where positive, it means just right there, wherever. Now look up. And down. Good. Turn around and run the Breathe in, exhale. Good. Drop that right leg down. Remember, pay attention to where you are. Compare both legs. Take it back. Lift up tall. Look up. Breathe in. Exhale. And center. Great job. All right, clasp your hands. Bring your stomach in and your head down. Push away with your back. All the way up. Exhale, heart center down. And have a blessed day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had a wonderful time. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at fitness@fleetlanding.com. Alisa here, signing off. Have a great day. Bye.